I first discovered my unbelievable love of honey when I was around 8 years old. My mom made this really famous dessert. It's a Yemeni dessert. It's called bint al-sahm, or there's another word for it called sabaya. And this dessert is basically kind of like laid pastry, kind of butter pastry with some little bits of black seed on the top and some kind of cinnamon, and it's kind of baked in the oven for around 15-20 minutes. And then when it comes out, this dish is only served with honey. So I remember kind of like this, it comes in this kind of really kind of round circular dish with this laid pastry, like I said, and she's pouring the honey. My mom, I remember like this, and it just, the smell, it was just unbelievable. And then I'm just kind of staring at this kind of viscous honey just kind of dropping all around this kind of amazing buttery pastry kind of like dessert. And then I just kind of remember putting my hand in like this and getting a big piece of it and shoving it in my mouth, and I was, and it was just absolutely amazing. And from that day I kind of vividly remember, I love honey. My name is Riath Hamed. I'm the founder of Balqees Honey, and people refer to me as the Honey Man, or my kids call me the Honey Monster. So you can decide what you want to call me. That kind of lasting memory has kind of been a passion that I've kind of like had since I was a kid, that throughout my kind of childhood, from my teens to my 20s to my 30s, and I finally realized when I kind of hit my 40s that I'm kind of driven by this passion that I want to get into food. But I kept thinking, what food am I going to do? And I'm thinking, hold on a minute. When I came to Dubai, I was kind of looking to get the most amazing Yemeni honey, and which I managed to find it, but finding it was just ridiculous. I'm thinking, hold on a minute, it's taken so long to find, and it's presented in such an ugly way, then why don't you kind of like do it, make it more accessible to the people, make it look more amazing, the quality has to be amazing, and at the same time the jar has to be fantastic. So I kind of set on a mission to set up a brand, and then I kind of started on a mission to get kind of the food people who are into their food, and the food is to taste this amazing honey that I've got. And when they did, wow, they wrote about us all over the place. They were kind of twittering about us, they were Facebooking, they were saying how amazing this honey is. It's raw, it's unprocessed, it's delicious, it's from an unbelievable place in South Yemen, in the peninsula, high up in the mountains of Wadi Dawan. The old traditional way of kind of getting this honey. So it was just kind of like, it became a mission and a story, and it was all true, and it's delicious. And one of the things that I absolutely love is just seeing people's reactions when they taste that honey, because I know that it's different to the stuff that they've had. When they try our honey, it's kind of it's like they've never really tried honey, because it takes them to a different kind of like dimension, because our honey is not kind of like commercial honey. It's so kind of different that people say to us, honestly, you've redefined our kind of like taste in honey, you've redefined our taste buds. We thought it was like this, but now you've kind of introduced us to this unbelievable raw kind of state of honey that you've brought it. Our now kind of like level of our understanding of honey is this. So all of a sudden we're creating kind of like honey snobs now, because I remember even some of the food bloggers, they're saying like, now we've tried yours, honestly we don't want to kind of go anywhere else, you know. Everything to do with the bee is just amazing. I mean, it really kind of amazes me. Not only the fact that they're responsible for kind of like pollinating 70% of kind of the agriculture that we eat, which is an unbelievable kind of percentage and statistic when you think about it. I mean, the thing about it is, it's simple. If bees are going to die, then they're going to take us with them. We'll get to that kind of level. All these kind of pesticides that these farmers are using around the world is also affecting their lifespan. The kind of this colony disease is kind of messing them up because of these pesticides, and it's about time that we realize that if the bees do go down, honestly, they're taking us with them. we should be kind of like honestly focusing on how to make this kind of earth more sustainable, and not to try and drain it of its kind of resources to such a point that you're affecting the lifespan of these amazing kind of like bees that exist and or coexist with us in this amazing ecosystem. Yeah, we should be kind of honestly just focusing on how we can preserve these colonies and these bees, not try and kind of like create these kind of like carcinogenic pathogens that people are spraying in order for it to grow. You're supposed to, they're using pesticides in order for things to grow, and production, all of it is based on commercialism. But at the end of the day, if this commercialism is at the sacrifice of killing this amazing creature, what's the whole point? What is the point?